Alright, we've got the final limited time series for the current version 9.1, and it is for Lamborghini Venino, as you can see here. This limited time series, kind of like the last one that I just wrapped up for the Hurricane Super Trofeo Evo. This one's going to be another fairly short limited time series, and just like the other one, this one, once you complete the first event, there will be instant service and instant upgrade R&D for racing dollar upgrades, of course, for full day. So that's kind of nice. Helps you complete the limited time series itself, plus the other series the car is featured in, because this one, unlike the Super Trofeo Evo, this one is featured in 3 other series, one of which is actually exclusive series, so that assumes that you have your car fully upgraded, which is very expensive for this car. This is probably one of those cars that is ridiculously expensive to upgrade all the way, unless they offer you some upgrade discount. Otherwise, yeah, it's gonna hurt. So anyway, the car is featured in one of the main big box main career series called VERTEX Spirit, and you'll find it in Legend section of the Road Collection. And because it's a big box series, winning this car through this limited time series won't unlock that one. However, if you win this car through this limited time series, it will unlock a bonus series this car is featured in called Tour del Toro, featuring a couple of other Lambos, namely Asterion and Sesto Elemento, plus the Venino here. So that one is a the small box bonus series that you will also find in Legend section of the game. So yeah, so that's what you will get. And as I said, the exclusive series, I mean, payout is, it looks like a lot. Total 100% completion payout for the exclusive series for this car is 300 gold. But and it's a big but, fully upgrading this car to gain the entry is over 2100 gold. Yes, you heard me right. 2100, actually 2105 gold to be exact. And racing dollar wise, it will cost you just under 7 million. So yeah, across the board, it is a super expensive car to get. So not for the faint of heart, as they would say. And in terms of how well this car performs, I personally am not terribly impressed for the amount that you have to put in. I know. So I don't know. I don't know if it's worth getting. If you don't own this car, this is the cheapest, one of the cheapest way to win it, right? We had the limited time series for this car not that long ago, I feel like. I'll see if I can find the playlist of me running through the last rendition and put the link to that playlist in the description box below. So if you're curious about it, you can check that out. But in the meantime, let's hop into this series and see if what we've got going here. All right, Lamborghini Veneno Championship. Earn a Lamborghini Veneno by 100% completing this special limited time series. This ultra exclusive supercar was made to celebrate Lamborghini's 50th anniversary. Right. Anyway, Oh boy. 200% completed. It is going to cost you 2,330 gold. And I, at least on this account, only have 3,400 gold in the bank. So this is one of those things where I'm gonna have to make sure that I do cloud save. So that way, here, let's collect the weekly time trial earning here, which is 50 gold. And then we will also pick up the online multiplayer. Yes, whopping 370 points. I know. It's enough. It's better than nothing, right? Anyway, now let's resave this so we can come back to it. And this time, let's unlock the series and check out the, what do you call it, PR requirement. They have published on their site that the PR requirement to complete this one is 84.6. This car's PR goes from 70.3 base PR all the way up to 86. So 84.6, okay, it's not quite fully upgraded, but you're gonna need a lot of them. And as I said, the upgrade for this car is very expensive. And looks like I have 16 upgrades already on board this car, which means those are all the racing dollar upgrades. Yes, there are 16 of them before you have to spend a single gold. And that brings your PR up to 79.3. And with that amount, with that PR, I believe you should be able to complete 50% of this limited time series. And here, let's check that out. Confirm. So the final tier 15, the cup at Monza, it's going to require PR 84.6. All right, so we're gonna need some extra upgrades, but let's check tier 11 cup, because that's what you're gonna have to get through in order to claim 75% completion reward by completing, unlocking tier 12 and essentially winning one gold trophy here, so you don't have to necessarily complete tier 12. So here it's gonna be a 3-lap cup at Hockenheim, and the PR requirement is 81.1, so obviously it's higher than 79.3 that I have sporting here. And then 50% completion requires completing tier 7 and winning 2 gold trophies in tier 8. So the PR requirement you need to meet is going to be tier 7 cup, which has 77.9 as a PR requirement, which you can pull off with racing dollar upgrades only. And as I said, the total racing dollar upgrade cost on this car is like 6.8 million. Getting these 16 racing dollar upgrades to bring your PR up to 79.3 will still cost you 3.7 million, like 3,783,300 racing dollars. So if you're starting from 0 upgrade, be ready to spend some serious amount of racing dollars. And if I didn't have these upgrades on this car from previous my previous run-in with this car, either from, most likely from the last time when we had this limited time series for this car, I probably did the same thing. Just get the racing dollar upgrades on the car, run as far as I can, because these older cars, the gold is only required for the really high-end upgrades. So yeah, so you should be able to, get a lot of the racing dollar upgrades and just get through big chunk of it, especially with the instant R&D on these upgrades, because they take a long time. Like tier 1 upgrades for this car normally takes 12 hours. And as I was saying, you have a lot of racing dollar upgrades in the lower tier upgrades. So tier 2 is also racing dollar upgrades on this car across the board. And tier 2 takes a full day. And then depending on the category of the upgrade, some will start to introduce gold upgrades, while others continue on with the racing dollar upgrade. Like drivetrain has third tier upgrade with the racing dollars, which will take 1 day and 12 hours. So, even getting only the racing dollar upgrades will take some time. So that is unless you take advantage of this instant R&D offer. So that's always nice to have, right? And so 50% completion. I know it's not a whole lot of payout. That's 15 gold total that you're gonna get, and the 75,000 racing dollars you get. But hey, that's better than nothing, right? It's once again, if somebody offered you can convert 3.7 million racing dollars to 15 gold, will you take it? See, that's the equation here. If I didn't have these amount of upgrades already on board, I wouldn't actually be able to afford even the racing dollars for reaching, getting all of them, because obviously I only have 3.3 million on this account. So anyway, let's talk about fully meeting the PR requirement for this limited time series, which means we're gonna need a few more upgrades than what we've got here. So this is what it looks like if you go max out on racing dollar upgrades. You get 2 on engine, 3 on drivetrain, 3 on body, 2 in the remaining, because it used to be that only final upgrade was the gold for these lower number upgrades, like lower number of tiers, right? So obviously engine, they introduced the gold upgrade fairly early on. Anyway, these later upgrades, suspension, exhaust, brakes, tires and wheels, they're all dead end basically. There's only one left and they're all gonna be gold. So from my earlier calculation here, in order to meet the PR requirement of 84.6, you're gonna have to bring your engine upgrade up to tier 6 by spending a decent amount. As you can see, tier 3 is 125 gold, and then tier 5 is racing dollar upgrade, so that's nice. And this one will normally take 2 days if you don't take advantage of this instant R&D. And then the next tier, what is that, tier 5 is 290 gold, and yes, you're gonna need that too, which will unlock the tier 6, which is the last one that you're gonna need to get in this category, engine. And look at that, 1.5 million. By the way, R&D time for upgrades don't go any longer than 2 full days, and that was the 2 full day R&D time for both tiers 4 and 6, right? But yeah, that last engine upgrade, 655 gold. Holy cow, that's almost as expensive the car itself. Like, if you get a showcase discount on this car, you can get it for 720 gold. So that's not too far off. But thankfully, we don't need that. At least not for completing this limited time series. So that brings our PR up to 81.2. You do need to max out drivetrain by spending another 180 gold. And then body, you do need to bring it up to tier 5. Once again, you don't need that final gold upgrade. but you're gonna need to spend this 140 gold for tier 4, and then you can get the tier 5 upgrade here. So that brings your PR up to 82.7, and yeah, we don't need to spend another 320, at least not in body. Alright, and then remaining gold will all go into suspension, exhaust, and tires and wheels. I don't believe you need to get brakes. So, suspension upgrade maxed out for 110 gold additionally will bring PR up to 83.3. I don't know if I can afford this. I should be able to, but it's gonna get pretty darn close to closing me out here. Exhaust 105 gold will get your PR up to 84 even. And then if you compare brakes, 0.1 PR point shy. Look at that. However, tires and wheels, 100 gold will get you there. 84.6 exactly. So yeah, that is a total of 1050 gold for gold upgrades. So not a cheap car to meet upgrade, you know, and of course in this case to meet the PR requirement. Right. Now that's through. And by the way, servicing this car, these old cars, obviously for 24 hours you get the instant service, which is wonderful because this car takes over 5 hours to service. 5 hours and 15 minutes. Yes, back in the day that was a thing. Nowadays most cars are standardized to 3-hour service time, but yeah, back in the day if the car is expensive, servicing time was also forever. It's like they were trying to encourage us to all VIP the car, but yeah, this car I'm not so sure if it's worth the expense, all the expenses that it takes. So let's see. And as I said, this car is featured in 3 different series. VERTEX series. I wonder if I have that unlocked in this account. Legend. No, far from it. There it is. That's the series that you're gonna need, that the car's featured in, but it's not gonna be automatically unlocking because, as I said, it's a big box series, not a bonus series, right? However, Tour del Toro, as you can see, along with Asterion and Sesto Elemento, does unlock. And in that group, Sesto Elemento definitely is the top dog, I would say. And when it comes down to the main career big box series, you don't have to own Venino to complete the VERTEX series, just so you know. I mean, if you want 100% completion, you need it. But in order to just get through to unlock Motor Fiesta and McLaren generations and, you know, make your progress through the career, the road collection, I guess nowadays call it, you don't have to own this car, just so you know. So don't feel like you have to buy it or have to go through and win this. And if you fully upgrade it, I guess now it's gonna be showing up in under owned car, right? Venino, yeah, there it is. We're back here. Right, you need to fully upgrade. So and let's see, VERTEX series, there is some 76 gold to be won there for 100% completing. And Tour del Toro, reward total, gold rewards total is 67 gold. And then the Venino, as I said, once you fully upgrade the bonus series or the exclusive series, payout is going to be 300 gold. But it's very expensive. So don't assume that you're gonna come out ahead at the end of the day. Anyway, let's run now that I've kind of gone over the upgrade scheme, the cost, and whatnot. Let's just the bonus series of cars featured in, or extra series of cars featured in upon winning the car. Let's just do a quick overview of the limited time series itself. Starting with Tier 1, as usual, we got Autocross at Daytona Road Course, and Speed Snap at Melbourne, and Tier 1 Cup is going to be at Catalunya Club Circuit. Just 2 quick laps with this car. And Tier 2, we got head-to-head at Suzuka East, single lap, so that's a pretty quick one. We got a drag race. This one's going to be at Nurburgring, morning rendering, and the Cup for Tier 2 at Monza Junior course, and it'll require PR 73, 2 laps. All right, and Tier 3, you got Autocross at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix circuit. Speed Snap is going to be at Red Bull Ring National Circuit, and the Cup for Tier 3 is going to be at Catalunya Grand Prix, single lap, PR 74.2 required. All right, moving on, Tier 4, the 25% completion tier, which, as I've said earlier, is doable using racing dollar upgrades alone. Payouts only 5 gold, 50,000 more racing dollars, but hey, better than nothing, right? At least you can get through. So we got Endurance at Bugatti Circuit, another drag race, this one at the Brickyard, and then Cup for Tier 4 is going to be a Suzuka Grand Prix single lap, PR 75.3 is required. Continuing on, Tier 5, we got Autocross at Leipzig Circuit, long on-road circuit, and Speed Snap at Monza Junior course, and the Cup for Tier 5 at Silverstone Grand Prix, still single lap, PR 76.2 required. Continuing on, Tier 6, we've got Hunter at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, Endurance at Catalunya Club, and the Cup for Tier 6 at Hockenheim Short. 3-lapper with a PR 77.1 required. Alright, Tier 7, we got Autocross at the 24-hour circuit. And Speed Snap is going to be at the Brickyard Road Course, and the Cup for Tier 7 at Mount Panorama, another single lap cup with a PR 77.9, which allows you access to the 50% completion reward of additional 10 gold. Alright, Tier 8, we got Speed Record at Red Bull Ring National, Hunter at Monza Junior course, lots of Monza Junior here. And then the Tier 8 Cup is going to be at Daytona Road Course, 2 laps, PR 78.8 required. Alright, continuing on, Tier 9, we got head-to-head at Bugatti Circuit, as expected, single lapper, and Endurance at Nurburgring Sprint Circuit, and the Cup for Tier 9 at Dubai National, 2 laps with a PR 79.6 required. Alright, Tier 10, we got Autocross at Indianapolis Motor Speedway Road Course, Speed Record at Silverstone Grand Prix, and the Cup for Tier 10 at Dubai International Circuit, 2 laps with a PR 80.4 required. Tier 11, we got head-to-head at Spa. It's going to be a single lapper. Speed Snap at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit, and the Cup for Tier 11 at Hockenheim Grand Prix. 3 laps with a PR 81.1 required. Alright, that gets us to the 75% completion tier for additional 20 gold. But of course, in order to reach this far, you are going to have to spend some gold. So Not a free tier here now. And the Hunter is gonna be starting, oh well, tier 12. We got the Hunter at Catalunya Grand Prix to start off. Endurance at Suzuka Grand Prix, and the cup for tier 12 is gonna be at Laguna Seca Trek, 3-lapper, PR 82 required. And the final dash, tier 13, we got head-to-head at the Speedway section of the Brickyard. That's unusual. We don't see that very often. Just a single lapper. All right, I mean, as silly as that track is, I like the welcome change. I don't think this car has quite enough of a grip to go flat out from beginning till the end. You're gonna have to lift on gas when you enter some of the later corners, because the top speed of this car is pretty high, you know. Anyway, and then we got Autocross at Spa, and the cup for tier 13 is going to be at the short on-road circuit of Porsche Test Track, 6 laps, PR 82.8 required. Tier 14, we got Hunter at Nurburgring Grand Prix, Speed Snap at Suzuka Grand Prix, and the cup is going to be a Daytona motorcycle course, 3 laps, PR 83.7 required. They really like, I feel like we're getting a lot of Daytona and Porsche Test Track in this event. And of course, you do got Monza, but I feel like most of the events were at the junior course. The final cup is obviously at the road course. But anyway, tier 15, the final tier. We got Endurance at Melbourne, Speed Record at Circuit of the Americas National Circuit. And of course, the Grand Finale Cup, 3-lapper at Monza, PR 84.6 required. So that is that. That will do it for this video. Now I'm gonna go back and restore, since my gold bank is down to 206 now, and that's not gonna get me very far. So I know, even though this is just a account to do these type of things, I like to have enough in the bank so I can actually do it. But this was definitely one of the more expensive ones, as you can see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully you guys found some information useful, and check back for more playthrough videos. All right, take care. I'll see you guys in the next video.